Hello, good morning. Welcome to Lumen Morning Diary, of course, today on the 30th of August 2025, where we are looking at a very interesting topic, of course, but very worrisome. It is interesting because we saw some people survive yesterday where the power tools bus got caught fire because of a technical fault, and no one perished, no injuries was recorded, and kudos to the driver out there. Today we're looking at accidents in Zambia. Any form of accidents in different parts of the country is what we are looking at today, and we are urging you, our dearest viewers, to take part in this discussion where we're looking at the way possible where accidents can be avoided, like what happened. I'm not alone in the studio. I am Henry Mdenda and my co-host Alice Lungu. Good morning.
Good morning, Henry.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's good to have you back. It's been a while.
Of course, after heat, we had an outbreak, of course, in the country of cough and flu. You know, the month of August always comes up with its own kind of, weather that did not spare me.
Oh,
yeah.
It's good to know that you are doing well, and good to have you back on Lumen Morning Diary. We really miss you.
Thank you very much. Our dearest viewers, Henry Mdenda is back, of course, in the studio. And for those that are watching us from different parts of the country, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, despite of this routine of load shedding. Those that are not able to watch us, this is the Catholic TV station in Zambia. For those people that are watching us as far as Sulawesi, please, we are urging you to stay glued to Lumen TV on Facebook. Don't forget to share the page, as you may save someone. Of course, in the studio, we'll have a father who share with us food for the soul. Don't forget that we also give you the newspaper pick. For those that are not able to see the stories in the newspapers, we'll get you covered, where we get to give you stories ranging from the newspaper pick as well as the trends.
Yes.
Yeah, the happenings of the week is also part of this show. We do the Molomolistic together. You can also come along and simply call us on the numbers that will soon show on your screen, or simply drop us a text. Let us know what has trended in your area, as well as that has those happenings on social media. You can still remind us on the happenings of the week.
Oh, yes, Henry, thank you for sharing all that. It is important, like you have said, to also start with the Word of God. And yes, we also have a food for the soul. As we begin the day, we start also with the Word of God. And yes, we are encouraging you, our dear viewers that are watching us, to also share what is happening in your community. Even as we talk about the topic of discussion today, which is accidents in Zambia, we want to hear from you, our dear viewers. What is your say about this? Of course, recently we've been hearing, and we have actually seen a lot of accidents that have occurred in our nation. What is your say about it? How has this touched you?
Of course, Alice, and we are so glad that on this topic of focus, we have Zambia Police spokesperson, Mr. Ray Hamonga, who give us the deep insight, especially on the accident that happened yesterday. We saw the driver being praised by the Zambia Police service because of the wonderful job that he did. Of course, not only the Zambia Police Service, even here at Lumen TV Zambia, we say thank you very much.
Thank you for serving a lot of people.
A lot of people,
yes,
actually.
About 70 something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course, also looking at what people have to say about the accidents. We're not only talking about that accident, of course, we've witnessed quite a number of accidents in different parts of the country. Of course, we get to mention, but with the privilege that we have, especially with the people in the technical team, will get to give you some clips in case you missed some of the accidents that occurred in different parts of the country. We get to give you some pictures, of course, even some short videos based on what had happened. Of course, we need to know what the best ways to avoid such accidents. Of course, we know that accidents are real. Alice.
Oh yes, and it's really disturbing because we've actually seen, Henry, a lot of accidents happening in our nation, and looking at the number of people that have actually died, and it's really sad, honestly. Like, what are the measures that we are supposed to take? Are we being careless as drivers? Those are the things that we need to find out from our dear viewers. What is it that we need to do? How are we supposed to go about it? How are we supposed to take care of ourselves when we are on the road? And yes, we are talking about accidents, traffic accidents that have been occurring, especially in this year 2025. We've seen a number of records that have been recorded concerning the accidents, and very, very sad indeed.
Of course, Alice, there are quite a number of things that we have lined up for our dearest viewers out here. The other thing that we got to talk about, especially where accidents is concerned, of course, we see people trying to beat traffic by trying to overtake, but of course, there are different things that might attribute or contribute to these accidents. Others, they might be technical fault. Others, they might be drinking and driving. These are the few things that we get to hear from the Zambia police spokesperson after doing their research, especially where accidents are concerned.
Henry, just to dive into the newspaper picks, let's see what the Zambia Daily Mail newspaper has for us before we go into the trends that has been trending on social media. Let me go direct into the newspaper pick. The Zambia Daily Mail newspaper headline reads, ECL burial impulse saddening HH. President hopefully issue between government Lungu family will be resolved soon. President Hakainde Hichilema feels extremely saddened over the impulse surrounding the delayed burial of the 60th President Edgar Lungu, who died on June 5th, 2025. That is one of the headlines that is actually in the Zambia Daily Mail newspaper. And another one, Henry, another headline in the Zambia Daily Mail newspaper says, pray for leaders, VIP Ages Church. Vice President Mtale Nalumango has urged the church to pray for national leaders as they work towards economic transformation.
All right, let me just go through the top stories on the Mass newspaper. I'm very sorry. Sichinga apologizes for supporting HUPND. Why me lawyers demand answers from Zim government? IG. Pope Leo V calls for true love. Global watchdog demands masked reporter detention.
And another story that is in the Zambia Daily Mail newspaper, hubby on the run after axing wife. A 31-year-old woman in Mafinga district is nursing serious injuries after she was allegedly axed by her ex-husband, Given Ngambi, who is currently on the run. Such a sad reading.
Of course, Alice, that is very sad. Of course, let me just go through one of the stories in Diggers, especially today, the 30th of August 2025, where we see pollution may cause cancer, birth defects reveals cancelled reports. BBC host dominance will deal with family concerns after giving Lungu honorable burial. HH. This is Diggers newspaper. So, of course, for those that have just tuned in, you are watching Lumen Morning Diary, of course, on this show where we got to give you different stories, especially the trends of the week on social media, as well as the stories that have trended. Of course, those that are not surfaced on social media, we get to talk about it and verify whether it is true or not, where you get to look at the stories in the newspapers. Alice, we go straight into the trends from the newspaper.
Yes. Before we dive into the trends that has been circulating on social media, Henry, we are talking about accidents, and one of the stories that is in this newspaper, we were talking, you had shared earlier on, and allow me to read it again. 76 escape power tools bus fire. A power tools bus traveling from Lusaka to Nakonde caught fire on Great North Road near Zingalume, but quick action by the driver ensured all 76 people on board were safely evacuated. Yes.
Wow. We saw lives.
Big ups.
Served. Yeah.
Big ups to the driver. He did a very, very good job in ensuring that the passengers were all safe.
We're all safe, Alice. What brings us to the trends this week?
Okay, the trends in line with our topic of focus today. And there's a trend on social media where a total of 19 people have died from motorbikes related accidents in Chipata district between January and July 31st this year.
Yeah, of course, also where accidents are concerned, let me just pick this story where we saw the road traffic accident in Lusaka. Of course, I will talk about it later, though we happen to have a clip for those that have missed this tragic accident. But let me just pick this one from Kitwe, where residents of Chamboli and the Mulenga compound loot bags of maize from a truck that caught fire in Kitwe Ndola Juo Carriageway. These are the things that we get to talk about today, Alice, where accidents are concerned. The bus that happened to have catch fire yesterday, it's the second, especially where fires are concerned. It could be because of the heat at some point.
Would it be?
For the bus, it was recorded to have been a technical fault. Yeah, but for this one, it could be because of the heat, also the same technical fault. But it's so sudden that people are not rushing to assist, but they look at they take advantage of these accidents as a privilege, or maybe as a way of having food on the table, because looting of bags of maize because of an accident, it's something which is very much unacceptable. Because when an accident occur, people don't rush to help, but they rush to get some vulnerable items.
So many things actually happen on concerning that. Others rush to take selfies, others rush to take videos of that just to make content out of it. I don't know, we've gone away, we are shunning away our culture of us helping others. Instead, we are adapting the culture of, I want to make numbers. I want to trend. I want to be the first one to show the people that I was present when it was happening, and I'm the one that took the video, or in the name of making numbers on social media, or wanting to have some sort of money. So many things actually happen, Henry. I know we can actually share a lot of things that are trending, but before we close on the trends, Henry, away from the accidents, the story that actually touched me the most is a story of a 15-year-old girl of Kazungula who was brutally murdered by her 22-year-old ex-boyfriend using an axe for allegedly refusing to reconcile with him.
Unfortunate.
It's so unfortunate. And earlier we read in the newspaper of the man that is on the run that actually also asked the ex-wife.
Yeah, of course, that is something that trended on social media. Of course, 3 days ago, we also saw fight among drug abusers in Bowling over a stolen phone leads to death of a 22-year-old man. Of course, this issue happened in Bowling compound 3 days ago. Still, back in 3 days, we are looking at stories that trended on social media. URB engages stakeholders on Zambia's electricity open access framework, where we see now where electricity is concerned, people are having quite a number of challenges. Of course, we have so many stories, of course, as the show runs. Maybe we try to get here and there. Of course, looking at time, we happen to have Ray Hamonga on a phone call after this short break. Stay tuned.
Lumen TV Zambia presents to you a couple stay out at only 300 kwacha per person. It will be held on the 60th of September 2025 in the new Lumen TV studio behind St. Dominic's in Woodlands, Osaka. For more details, please be sure to contact the numbers on your screen. It will be covered live on all media platforms but for Lumen TV, inclusive of channel 101, Topstar, as well as YouTube and Facebook.
Just on standby. Welcome back. Of course, we are very much privileged to have the Zambia spokesperson, Mr. Ray Hamonga, of course, to give us a short highlight where accidents are concerned. Of course, we've recorded quite a number of accidents in the country. We saw one truck which caught fire some 2 days ago, and the other bus, of course, caught fire. In the month of August, we've seen quite a number of accidents surfacing on social media. Mr. Ray Hamonga, good morning.
Morning. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. How are you? And welcome to Lumen Morning Diary on this phone interview.
Thank you.
All right, just run us through quickly, especially where accidents are concerned, and you can also give the highlight where the way possible how people can avoid these road traffic accidents.
Okay, thank you very much. Of course, we had 3 NAS accidents. Let me say two NAS accidents, which claimed some lives. The first one that was near the Rasta office, where a truck ran over a vehicle and lost 4 lives there. It was very unfortunate. And then just on the first straight again last week, we had another accident involving a truck and a van, where we lost another life. So that means that stretch of the road, which is just between Van Motel and Subaret, have so far lost 5 lives in a short period of about 2 weeks. And then yesterday, we had almost we are going to have a very catastrophic one. This one was involving public vehicle. Fortunately, the driver was very alert and they was able to save the lives of the many passengers. Because of his alertness, he was able to, assess the vehicle that the vehicle was in good condition. Quickly, he stopped the vehicle and told the passengers to be back. And none of the passengers was injured. Even himself, at least he spared his life, but of course the vehicle was engulfed in the fire. Now, this is a lesson to all drivers. And please, when you are in charge of a motor vehicle, know your motor vehicle well, listen to your instinct. You're telling you are feeling something in your vehicle, please park and check so that you're able to see what is wrong. And you know that for your information, I'm sure people know this, but people may not know this. These buses that we're talking about, like the bus coaches, the engine position or the engine is positioned at the back of the vehicle. It's not like these other vehicles where ordinarily the engine is front. So you read some very good instinct. So 1 to 8, all the PSP drivers, please, can you be alert? Just like we had the other instance as well, where somebody had put attitude in the vehicle. The driver with the bus, he had people screaming that have been drove to the Metropolis, and it was discovered actually the vehicle was carrying acid inside the bus. So let's also be mindful of dangerous substances. If carrying dangerous substances, use appropriate means and also convey the way they are supposed to convey it. And somebody advance with substances, and there are little, there are children, and even just inhaling some of these just a problem.
All right, so looking at these accidents that you talked about, the 2 that were not avoided, what could be the causes of those accidents according to your finding?
Of course, driver, it's just the character of drivers. The other one of charging for causing death, but dangerous driving because the driver went to another lane and ran over the vehicle. The other one was proper overtaking. The vehicle was ahead of him, and then the vehicle turning him was overtaking. You know, you're overtaking a small car is turning, and then you have a truck, then you overtake, and you just ram into it. So, cause for driver attention. So, remember, if you're a driver, but drivers will tell you that one of the best 10 basic rules tells you that all the time when you are driving and you avoid accidents. We have seen a lot of distractions that are happening. People, when they're driving, they are on mobile phone, they are talking on the phone. Others are coming to your lane. Yes, they are driving. So people should let's when you're on the road. When you're on the road, please avoid on, because this can easily distract you. Someone might tell you information that may not be pleasing to your ear, and then just there you react. You have the steering, and some also coming other than may not consider. So what are we saying? People need to be alert. Let's concentrate when you are driving a motor vehicle. Concentrate on driving. Do not be doing two things at the same time. So please, let's so that we adhere to that directive device. Therefore, they are for your own good.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Ray Hamonga, for your time, and thank you very much for actually alerting our DRS viewers and the drivers on the road.
Yes, please, we want to aid you that this information we are giving you is for your own good, like I said earlier on. When you crash, it's not the police that are going to crash, it's yourself. If an officer is giving you advice, please don't be arrogant. Listen, you may not be seeing what we are seeing, because we, being on the road and advise motorists, our full-time job. We do it every day. So our instincts, most of the time, are correct, and we always see this happening. We don't want to see human lives being lost and do things in the country. The rate at which we are dying is very, very high. Because for moderate effort and action, all of us should work together so that things does not continue happening.
Thank you very much. Work well, sir, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
All right. That was Mr. Ray Hamonga, the Zambia police spokesperson, giving us some deep insights where road traffic accidents are concerned. Of course, road traffic accidents would have been avoided, especially with the two that happened on the Great East Road. For now, we'll go on a short break. Stay tuned.
My name is Tasila Mvula, and I'm super excited to announce to you the Lumen TV Couples Day Out. Now, tickets are only going at 300 kwacha per couple, and the venue will be at the new Lumen TV studio premises. Now, this will take place on the 6th of September 2025. So, what you can do now is get that partner of yours, tell them about the good news, and see you there.
Welcome back. You're still watching Lumen Morning Diary, and right up now we are in the sports segment with Mr. Vincent Piri. Mr. Piri, good morning. Of course, the sports lovers are waiting to know and have fixtures ready on their disposal. What do you have for us in the world of sports? Apologies for the interruption. Of course, we are still in the sports segment. Mr. Piri, the sports lovers like myself and many others that are watching us through social media and through television, they are waiting for the fixtures, especially to have them ready on their disposal. What do you have for us in the sports?
Okay, yeah, like you mentioned, Henry, we have the fixtures for the Zambian Super League. Of course, today, Kansashi Dynamos will play against Konkola Blades. Muza will play against Mutondo. Napsa Stars will play against Cabo Warriors. Nkana will play against Green Buffaloes. Prison Leopards will play against Zanaco. And we've got Zesco United playing against Green Eagles. Mine United will play against Power Dynamos. Nchanga Rangers will play against Mighty. This is going to be another cracker of a game, I must say. And Cabo Warriors will play against Nkwazi Football Club. Then an interesting fixture that was held yesterday. This is in the CAF Women's Champions League COSAFA qualifiers. And our very own Zesco Ndola Girls managed to beat Sundowns by 2-1. This is the first time that Sundowns are losing at this level in the 90 minutes playoff. So this is a big achievement for Ndola Girls, because Ndola Girls are playing at this tournament for the very first time, and they've gone all the way to the finals because the other fixture involved Gaborone United playing against Costa do Sol, and Gaborone United won by 3-1. So meaning that Zesco Ndola Girls will play against Gaborone United tomorrow, Sunday. The fixture is at 14 hours. So I think this is a game to watch. Zesco Ndola Girls are making it, and we hope that they are going to win this game so that they represent Southern Africa at the CAF Women's Champions League sometime this year. And then the other important thing that I wanted to talk about is Coach Avram Grant has named his 31-member squad that will play against Morocco, and this game will be played on the 8th. This is next week in Ndola at Levi Mwanawasa Stadium. And yeah, interesting players that he has scored. For me, I think he has scored almost all the players that we wanted, those that are fit, except for players like Stofira Nsuzu, Tandi Mwape, who have injuries. Otherwise, the team is what everyone else expected. But I think the fans expected to hear what the coach will say about Fashion Sakala, and I think he has done it. He has scored Fashion Sakala. Fashion Sakala played for the Zambia national team. Last was in January, on the 24th of January 2024, and he's been called back to the national team. Of course, there were wrangles that were being involved between him and the coach, but I think the wrangles have been clarified, and now he will be coming play for Mother Zambia. The other player that was missing is Patson Daka. Patson Daka didn't play many of the games that were played last year and also a part of this year, the Africa qualifiers and the World Cup qualifiers. And he has been called. He's now fit. He'll be representing Zambia in Ndola. The other one is Munya Chibwe. Munya Chibwe is a goalkeeper that played in South Africa. He played for Black Leopards in South Africa. Now he has Swift camp. He's joined Zesco United, the team that he played for before, and he has joined Zesco United, now been called to the national team. So I think the fans are happy with what the coach has brought forth, the players that he has brought forth to play for Mother Zambia. But for me, I think I still expected him to bring Mabika, because I think Mabika plays good football. He at some point didn't have a club, but now he's playing and he's active. So I expected him to be called, especially that Stofila Suzu and Tandi Mwape are injured. But yeah, the coach has got his own ideas, and this is a player that hasn't played for Zambia in a competitive football. He changed his nationality from he was born in Congo and played in he grew up in the US, but he's a Zambian. He changed his nationality. He's played only one game, that is a friendly game, but we hope that he can also be called sometime in the future.
All right. There have been stories on social media concerning the coach.
Yeah.
Not being, I mean, the team not being allowed to play against Egypt friendly because of the coach. What is the stance now?
Well, I think
and what contributed to that?
It still remains the same. It's something to do with a political alliance that the Zambian coach has, and which the Egyptians are not in favor of. And yeah, they thought if a leader of a team is aligned to this kind of thinking, why should we play against a team like that? So I think those are the many reasons why it's not really something that we can be very, very worried about, because it's not in our hands, it's not in the coach's hands, it's not in the team's hands. But I think Zambia needed a friend like that playing against Egypt. Egypt is one of the very experienced teams, and of course Zambia will be playing against a North African team in Morocco, and I think if playing against Egypt would give them a taste of what the North Africans have to offer. So I think it's a friend that Zambia really needed, but it's water under the bridge, and Zambia has to look for other friendlies that can help them to play against, so that they shape up and play against Morocco.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Perry, for making it possible for us to have at least where to go this afternoon, especially that Mkwazi is playing. I think I'll choose where to go.
Yeah, Mkwazi is at home, by the way. They'll be playing against Cabo Warriors. This will be another cloud puller, because Cabo Warriors has got a lot of fans, and Mkwazi will be playing at home.
Yeah. I think I'll find myself all the way to Imbala Stadium. All right. Thank you very much. That was the sports updates that we had for you on the sports segments. Of course, the fixtures are loud and clear. Find yourself, especially in one of these facilities where football is concerned. For now, we'll go on a short break. Stay tuned.
Hello viewers, Lumen TV presents to you Couples Day Out. Date 6th September 2025. Time from 09:30 hours to 12:30 hours. Venue, New Lumen TV Studios along Leopards Hill Road. Charges 300 kwacha. For more information, kindly contact the numbers that are scrolling on your screen.
twaguzwaswe munyiga yanzeyi oh tuyagutankaila twaguzwaswe munyiga yanzeyi hey tuyagubeluga igubeluga kamose botwafutuga tuyotangala gati ogo tuyotangala oh yujiswa kwa tujiswa wagainde buyoga sontono bayandwa abona Yesu shumwa wachuta yonse ilamana yugulila kwa tulila wagainde buyoga sontono bayandwa abona Yesu kwene misela yonse ilamana katuyuma kupaila tutaleki kupaila kwatunka kwa fimpa lino tulaya tugapumune tonse no titwa guti tuli bana ba mujala lino tata wesula siga ututwala kumunsi oh tuyokomana komana twagusiga iwo wesu hey tuyokomana tankaila wasa twagusiga iwo wesu hey tuyokomana beru igu beru wetata ogo tuyagukomana twagwisiya yinyiga yiga ya mapenzi oh twelete wenda Yesu kambo tujiri munyiga ya bwenzu tutazwi muganzila gagwe kambo gatola kubululami agagasila kondaba milawo ili kumino bayandwa twibambe gutegwa tugelele kunjila imunzoyo balike baluleme bayonjila sayoni bayawimba mbabo balaya balike baluleme bayonjila sayoni bayawimba mbabo balaya tuyoko iwuko kumana watata siga iwo wesu oh tuyoko iwuko kumana watata siga iwo wesu ah tuyaguko iwuko kumana watata siga iwo wesu gati ogo tuyagukomana gati tuyagukomana tuyagutangala tuyaguko iguko kumana watata usiga iwo wesu tuyaguko iguko kumana watata usiga iwo wesu gainduruga tuyaguko iguko kumana watata usiga iwo wesu tuyagukomana watata yagukomana kama twafutuga tuyagutangala oh tuyaguko tuyotangala bo wesu tuyotangala gwesu.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you are watching Lumen Morning Diary. Right about now, we've just been joined by Father Heman, who is going to feed us with the food for the soul. Father, good morning.
Good morning, Sindalis.
Yes, good to have you on Lumen Morning Diary.
My pleasure.
Yes.
Good
So,
morning,
Father,
Father.
Good morning, sir. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Lovely.
so what do you have for us, Father? Food for the soul. What are you feeding us with?
The food is still on the fire.
We don't mind having a taste of it while it's still cooking.
Is that so? Now, today I would like us to just visit a text that I like from Philippians 4, verse 4. St. Paul will tell us, always be happy in the Lord. I repeat, be happy.
Be happy in the Lord.
And it's basically to invite my brothers and my sisters to be happy. And you may ask me, is it possible for someone to be always happy? Is it, despite all the challenges, are we in the capacity to be always happy like the apostles, Paul is inviting us? And I will say it depends where we put our joy. You know, for us Christians, our happiness does not come from our possession. It does not come from our relationship. It does not even come from who we think that we are. It comes simply by our trust in the Lord. So if our joy is in the Lord, definitely, despite the challenges, despite the difficulties we may go through, at least our source of happiness and joy is constant. You know, if you put your happiness in money, like I have a friend who like to say, money is about numbers, and numbers never finish. If you put your joy, your happiness in positions, they changes. If you put even your possessions, today we have people who go through an accident and then puff, things stop there. So literally the invitation of Paul is not to undermine the challenge we go through, but first of all to question ourselves, where is the source of our happiness? Who make us happy? Because for us happiness is first of all the person Jesus. Saying that, how do we remain happy in face of the challenges? What attitude? Because it will be awkward. You come to see me at home, I'm breathing and I start laughing. No, let us be happy. It may sound that this man is not okay. So happiness first is not matter of only be smiling, but what is the disposition of my heart? Because everything you process in mind and then also we treasure in our heart is what determines our conduct, our behavior. So it means simply not only that the Lord is the source of our happiness. So if the Lord is with us, definitely we are always happy. But also, what goes on, let's say, in my heart? What I treasure, what I think about constantly. There are two categories of people. There are some who focus on the problem, and there are some who use the problem as a trampoline, a way, I will say, a transition. So, not only that the Lord is our joy, not only that also the challenges may be there, but how do we look at the challenge we go through? So I will say, yes, it is possible for a person to be always happy, even if the face does not say it. Someone will say, our behavior or our face is the only gospel that maybe some people may only come across. They may never open the Bible, they may never read the good news, but what transpires when they see you, when they see me, speaks volume. And that's why for me, there is this song, and this morning it's quite interesting. I don't know if you are going to sing, don't expect me to sing. What a friend we have in Jesus.
What a friend we
Have in Jesus, all our sins and what a privilege to carry everything things to God in prayer.
Oh, yes.
So the song says it all, to sum up. So my invitation to my brothers, to my sisters, and to you is that despite the challenges, let the Lord be the source of our happiness. Let Him guide us, and let us take everything to Him, who is the source of our happiness, in our prayer. The rest, He takes over. In the challenges we go through, let us be reminded of one thing. The Lord is always with us, like He promised. So we are not alone. Consequently, let not bear the burden of our challenges alone. Let us take to Him in prayer. For we say, be always happy. And I repeat, be happy. And my joy and my wish and my prayer, everything for everyone listening to us this morning, is that joy be our share today, tomorrow, and every day.
Father, honestly speaking, wow, yes, it is very encouraging. Just someone finding all the joy and happiness, or maybe giving praise to God when you are going through a challenge, is really, really, really difficult. But yes, when we get to hear such words of encouragement, where, okay, in my situation or in my circumstance that I may encounter, be it good or be it bad, I need to know that God is still present. He's always there. I need to give praise no matter what, even if I've lost a beloved one. I need to say, God, thank you. Or even if I don't have food, I need to say, God, thank you. Well, it's very encouraging, but otherwise, it's not easy. It's not
It cannot be easy. No one said that things are meant to be easy. But we will say, even in the difficult things that we are going through, the Lord is with us. And that is already an encouragement. That is already something that we build upon. You know, when we are crossing a tunnel alone at night, and then when we are crossing with someone at night, the reaction is different. Because alone in the darkness, in the tunnel, you feel abandoned, frightened. But when you walk with someone, you feel encouraged. At least I'm not alone. And that is the whole image I can give. When you say, let us be happy despite everything, simply not because we don't care about what is going on, not because we are mad people. Even if someone said a serious Christian should be like a madman, because he sees reality, but he still say, no, the Lord will take over. So in that we say, no, the Lord works with us. And then this one is sufficient, because He promised us, and then we trust that promise. Yeah.
Henry, anything to say?
Of course, something that I've learned. I've enjoyed the song, but Father, maybe let's say someone who has not yet experienced the love of God, those that have, yes, there are, people say that God works, or God's love exists through maybe, or He works through the people that we are with. Yeah. How do you experience, or how do we expect to experience the love of God if we don't experience the love amongst the people that we live with?
Wow, nice question. I will say there are two ways, or there are two problems here in the problem you are posing. The first is that even as human beings are not being open even to creation. Do you know that many of the saints have discovered the love of God, not even through human beings, but through creation? You remember Francis' song, Sister Have, Sister Brother. So why? Because looking at creation, it comes to the realization, no, if someone has taken the time to design, to put everything in place, definitely it's okay for me. No. So this closeness on ourselves sometimes make us fail to realize the love of God through people. Because, you know, I may be here expecting something special from you, but whoever Alice on my side is making me sign on to say, I'm here. You get it? So this closeness or this single-minded has sometimes prevented us to enter into that love of God. Some is true, we have gone through human difficulties, where I say I've suffered because of human relationship, even families, it is there. But even the family where we are going through difficulties, you may have one friend outside who will always tell you, I am there with you. I can take my example. You know, I grew up, it's true, with the family, but at one point, the relationship outside the family became stronger even than in the family. And everywhere I've gone, it starts, someone come, no, you look at like one of my son, actually I lost that son. Oh, so can you come to visit me from time to time? And the person starts treating me like a son. From nowhere. To the point that people who would not know me before will come to say, oh, it's true, it's your mother because you look alike. I said, where? So is that openness, that first. The second thing, rarely we read our own history. You know, one of the strengths of the Israelites is to learn to read their history backwards. What happened to our fathers? What happened to our ancestors? No, they were in Egypt and God saved them from Egypt. But if God has been able to save them from Egypt, why not us, even the situation we are? So it became like a tradition for the Jew, year in and out, to repeat to generation after generation, this is what the Lord did for us. There's, I think, Psalm 139, if I'm not mistaken, and I need to check. Let Israel say it. The Lord, if the Lord had not been by our side, what would have happened to us? And let Israel say thanks to the Lord. Let the house of Aaron say thanks to the Lord. Let the house of so-and-so say thanks to the Lord. Simply because of reading at what the Lord has done. Today, if you sit, you look at your history back, there have been challenges, but they never engulfed you. They have made you stronger. So that openness to our own history will make us realize that the love of God has been always there, in one way or another. And the third way of, I will say, maybe why we have failed or we fail to experience that love is simply because sometimes, you know, not that the human heart desires something and we contrary at the same time. I like to say. We are so ambitious and we focus on our failures, not on the success, the small success that we have, even through human relationship. Like someone say, even when we break your heart in love relationship, at least you have learned how to break your heart. you go through that. So my point is, we have to learn to read our own history. We have to look at also at creation. The whole creation speaks of God's love and God's presence. And the last thing is not to focus only on our failures, but to focus also on at least our small successes. The else pass. So some of us will say we never experience that love. I will say, let us read better. Let's be open to read our history, to read whatever goes around us, and may realize that indeed that love of God had been there. Maybe I'd not experienced it the way I was expecting it, but it had already been there.
Well, thank you so much, Father, for feeding us with food for the soul.
Let us thank the Lord.
Yes. Henry, this has been a quite exciting journey. Yes, we've actually shared a lot. What's trending on social media, and of course the newspaper picks, our topic of focus, which is road accidents in Zambia. And we had a phone interview with a police spokesperson, Mr. Ray Hamonga, who actually enlightened more about what road accident has actually occurred in Zambia. And just before we conclude, we know on the 6th of September is Couples Day Out. Come and grab your tickets. It's only 300 kwacha right here at Lumen TV. Make a date on the 6th of September is Couples Day Out. Come and grab your tickets right here at Lumen TV. The Couples Day Out will start at 09:30 to 12:30 at our new studios, Lumen TV studios, right here at the premises of St. Dominic's. Don't forget to be there, and don't forget to grab your ticket. Remember, Lumen TV is on channel 101 on Topstar and on Facebook. Remember to also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Henry, before we conclude, do we have any messages?
Right, thank you so much for those that have been following us through Facebook. We have a message from Eugene. Good morning to you too, watching from Luangwa. And we also have the message from Dasila. Good morning, watching from Libala. Right, she went further talking about the story of a young girl as a sad story out there, because we see this story that you talked about, the girl who was killed by the boyfriend, the 15-year-old girl. she actually reacted to that story.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Tasila and Eugene, for those contributions. And keep on watching Lumen TV. From us, it's bye-bye.
Bye-bye.